you, but I couldn't find which one was you on Twitter.
Well, well, this is the thing. Okay, I recently have a Twitter account. I haven't tweeted in like 2 years. It's the whole, look, okay, first I went on Facebook. I typed my name in, they were like, you cannot use celebrity names. I was like, word? Okay. That's my middle name. I have 2 middle names.
That's nice. I was hoping, my middle name is Michael, and I thought, wow, this would be great if your middle name was Michael, or if my name was Dave Curry Weber Letterman.
This is the weirdest start to an interview ever, by the way. I mean, you know, being a celebrity, your realm of getting in trouble is worse than the average person. You know what I mean? Like, the average dude got to go out and look for trouble. I'd be sitting around, mind my own business, and dude come up, hey, man, you're Dave Chappelle. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? Hey, I got 12 naked bitches in a hot air balloon. You trying to roll with me? Yeah, that was my daughter. I got, my son was back then. I have another son that's coming this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we're gonna have a swell time.
Do they enjoy living, do they enjoy living in Ohio?
Yeah, they don't know any different. Like, they love it. You know.
He didn't mean it like that. He didn't mean it like that.
Let's just say you had the 40 million. Who's to say you would be a happier or better person?
I think I might be a happier person.
I saw your baby, very nice. Baby's, how old's the baby now?
He's 18 months now.
Oh, that's very cool.
He can't quite talk yet, but that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
For him to talk.
Yeah.
Because whenever you ever had a conversation with a guy that lived in your balls, you know?
And I speak for myself here when I say also we were very, very excited that you put out these comedy specials. 13 years, like a locust, you have returned with these. Why did you decide to put 2 of them out?
Money.
Money.
You know, it's funny. Nowadays, I'll celebrate it usually just by watching MTV or something. I mean, thank God for Martin Luther King, because before integration, the radio sucked. Everything on the radio was like bum 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 bum.
Mr. Sandman. In the meantime, I got famous. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. That helped.
He's getting stronger.
I must come back.
I've been home watching television.
Return.
Jimmy Fallon is getting stronger. I must stop it. And I never knew that your middle name was Michael.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I don't know how I'm going to use this information.
Yeah.
That's why I just stay in the house.
Yeah.
It's funny because, like, when I come out, everybody screams. But when I go home, it's not like that.
When you go home, I mean, that's the thing that's important to remember, is that when you go home, it's a different situation, right?
Yeah, my kids don't even care. They're like, oh, Mr. Promise is back from the road.
I was in Portland, Maine.
Oh,
do you remember that? And, and I was walking in a mall, and I guess you guys had been there an hour before me, so they just thought I was like a lost route. They were like...
Now, at a big gig like this, they have a rehearsal? Do they have a walkthrough? Do they have like a sound checks and that kind of thing?
I don't know. And you know, the record starts and Jay-Z says on one record, Kanye's a genius. You did it again. And Kanye stood up. First time he spoke all day, he goes, stop the record. And rewind that. But you know what it is, Dave? You've been a stand-up for many years. And you know, you probably get that question when people say, oh my God, you're a comedian. Well, what happens if you go out there and you tell your jokes and no one laughs? Nothing happens. And then my wife's still a little salty at me.
She's not happy with you right now?
I mean, she's not mad at me, but don't think you're gonna walk away from $50 million and your wife's just gonna be cool with it.
He said that when he's in a situation where he senses that things are not going his way is when all he does is rely on the material. He doesn't worry about anything else. He just goes right on with his material, and sooner or later he will prevail. Do you have that experience?
Not at all. No.
But it was real baller, and I'm eating soup, and I look across the room, and I see Jessica Simpson. So I'm like, oh, that's Jessica Simpson. And I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I'm famous, baby. So we show him like the Rick James sketch and all these great sketches. And in the middle of it, Kanye's phone rings and he's like, hello? He goes, no, I can't. No, because I'm at the edit for the Dave Chappelle show, watching sketches that no one's seen before. And then he goes like this, because my life is dope and I do dope. And he hung up the phone. Yeah, so
You could go up and say something.
Well, that's what I decided. Now, I don't normally do this, but it was Jessica Simpson. I said, let me just see, what's going on. So I went up, I'm like, hi, Jessica Simpson. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, my name's Dave Chappelle. I was like, I'm on TV too.
Yeah.
And she was like, I know who you are. And I was like, I knew it, bitch. I didn't say that to her.
And tell us what you've done. I believe this is correct. Since the last time I saw you, you now have 2 additional kids. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm a baby-making machine, Dave.
Congrats.
It was funny to me. I called my English teacher. I'd be like, is this Mr. Johnson? And he was like, yes, it is. Who might this be? It's like, you're a dead man, Johnson. So he's like freaking out. He's like, who is this? Don't worry about that punk. You're going to die. Unless you change David Chappelle's grades. I don't know how he caught me.
Do you feel pressure now to leave a bigger tip at a restaurant, especially in the glow of the news this is happening to you?
I don't know if you've heard the stereotype. Black people don't tip well. So
you don't want to ruin that?
Yeah, I got to keep, I'm holding the line. The other night, right, me and my buddies went to a strip club. My friends were getting married. Mm-hmm. And what better way to celebrate a marriage? Yeah, you see yourself and your kids.
Yeah.
So the boys, I know what they're up to. Like when my son's like, I'm going to my room. I'm like, yeah, I bet you are. I know what you're gonna do up there. But maybe it's not as bad as when I was. I don't know what he's doing up there,
But you...
with music, I'm talking about the Newlywed Show, what I mean?
Right.
I've been a newlywed. It's nothing like that show. If I made a show about my first year of marriage, it'd be called Bitch, You Tricked Me. Yeah, it was dope, though, man. LeBron got on stage with me and did a few comedy bits. He was funny, too.
He did comedy bits on his own, or you made fun of him?
I made some assists.
And the little girl, how's she doing?
She's actually backstage.
That's nice.
She's, couldn't find a setup.
Yeah.
Next time I start hearing all the stories like comedian Dave Chappelle's in a mental institution in South Africa. And I was like, man, I must be losing my mind.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was the beach. Yeah.
Wild speculation, and is there anything that we don't know that we should know, or something we do know that we shouldn't know?
Huh? But it was a weird thing to get called crazy. At first it was scary, and then now I feel like it's liberating. Like, I feel free, like I can just say what I want to do what I want. They already call me crazy. So it's like I was in Starbucks this morning, jerking off in this lady's coffee, and I was like, I know you read about me.
You went to South Africa, am I right about that?
Yeah.
And you lived in South Africa for an extended period of time?
Well, no. I was there for 2 weeks. I mean, you know what I mean. There's not too many good hiding places left in America.
But there were...
So we go to this strip club, and I'm smoking a cigarette in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figure I'm famous. Maybe I'll get away with it. So the stripper comes up. Stripper. She says, sir, could you put that cigarette out? I'm going to have you thrown out of here. You have your gonorrhea-infested vagina in my face. You know what I mean?
It was like living in the corner of perception reality. You know what I mean? And like, it's a weird place to be. When everyone thought Wesley Snipes was in jail, I saw him at a party.
That's right.
What what was the reason that you went to Africa? Was there a reason that you decided to go to Africa?
Well, there are a few reasons, but I mean, you know, if you a black dude trying to hide, Africa is a good place. It's a, you know.
The difference in lifestyle is minuscule. The only difference between having $10 million and $50 million is an astounding $40 million.
A philosophy that helps us get through things like this. You always got to remember one thing when you go through these problems, Dave. And I said, what's that, brother? And he said, I ate a dog today. Just grow up, get over it.
Grow up, yeah.
Get over